Hello, hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. If you're watching YouTube, catch us live at twitch.tv/and if you are watching YouTube and you like seeing, maybe like, maybe comment, maybe subscribe, and don't see if you a dislike, and why. Either way, I hope you have a wonderful day, and let's get into this. Let me go ahead and check the sound really quickly. Check. We good. We good. Be good. I'm gonna pause the music, turn it off, click, and woo. I'm gonna keep going. Woo. And now I fight with this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. OBS has decided to be annoying. Yay. Alright. I'm gonna continue where I left off, which means we're gonna keep destroying that one hill. So, yeah, I am going to want to collect more, stuff. I'm gonna start by removing the, thing. Once I've done that, I'm gonna go and get the other stuff over again. Or I'll work on the road first, and then once I've got that more planned out, then I'll do the building. But I'll need to get the materials for the building, because I need to finish the bottom part. Alright. First and foremost, before anything else, it is needing a moment. There we go. Just struggling. We did all this, so we were on to over here now. Oh, actually, we can see now the, yeah, look at how different that is now. Shape is a lot better, and a lot less Fang-like. Which was just frustrating, because like I said before, it really wouldn't work for a, let me actually get up reels. Oh, there we go. Alright, yeah, we'll just kind of start by clearing all this out. At some point, I'll get more stuff. Oh, actually, I also wanted to see, can we kind of see over here? Yeah, you can now see kind of where the line is there for that. That'll be cool. Building. Alright. Boom. Understood. I probably should just kind of clear out piece by piece. Because I don't need this part at all. this over here, all of this is Goombaba. Like I said, because I want it to be more like you can have a road that would go in here and feel more like it's in line and all that. Like I probably should clean up that edge as well. But there's really not much edge to it. It just... Let me see. Probably more like that, but I won't be able to see. Ooh. There we go. Alright. There. Hopefully this won't take too much effort. I mean, it probably will, but, like, hopefully it'll be a... Yeah. Alright. There we go. Just gotta keep clearing this out. Alright, Alright. There. There we go. Boom. The question is, where do I draw the line? I do think I definitely draw it here. That one's gotta go. Maybe that one as well. Yeah, there. Do I not have... Oh, wait, there's my shovel. I'm looking at my shovel. I'm like, where's my shovel? Alright, so that'll kind of be cleared out a little bit more like that. I think that'll look better like that as well. And honestly, I don't think I want to go beyond this point. I am gonna pull this down. If I decide I want to pull it back up, I can, but... I mean, if you assume that for most it's more like that... Let's clear that one out. A little bit. And then add a little bit to the middle here. See, that only works if there's something else there, which I don't plan there to be. But I think that for now, that'll probably be more fine to do it that way. And mind you, there's still texturing and stuff to be done, but and I'll probably just retexture at the end here for this side, because I don't feel like figuring that out. Maybe I should start by working on the road some, now I think about it. Then come back and finish this off, just so I can compare. Because this part is the part where the road kind of starts needing to be. So I think that's fine. Plus, I mean, you can see this was, like, out... It wasn't much, but it was out to, like, here, so... A little bit does... And yeah, I need to basically make sure it comes over here and around. Alright. 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 I'm gonna need these here. Alright. Gotta remove these. I might start by just trying to work out where the road will go. Make it more logical. Because it is a thing. I do need it to kind of go... there. Alright, I'm thinking maybe create a marker-ish here. Create one here. And then create one here. Same kind every time. That should kind of help. Then I'll clear everything out and get it all kind of set up and ready. I think that would look the best to do it like as a bit of a turning kind of... thing. That way it fits better together. We'll see if I'm right or not. I'd appreciate the weather. Alright, honestly, I should probably do the same thing with both the chalk and the other now, but look at my ways for now. I'll probably change. While I'm waiting, I am going to chuck these in here and just flopify them. You know what? Yeah, we'll do both. Because that'll be easier to kind of do stuff with. Alright, we're good. I made it in time. Alrighty. We good, we good. As soon as it's day. Still got 20% left. Alright. There we go. You know, I had a thought, Mr. Mal. Mr. Reggie. See, obviously we can only make piles of books. I really do, I said before, I'll say it again, I really do hope we eventually can make bookshelves. I'm assuming it would have to be in furniture, because there's no way it would make sense through here. It'd be nice to have variation. Or a way to craft simple bookshelves. I'm not going to claim like the ancient ones, because so far that doesn't seem to be things that will get recipes, which is fine. I think that's totally okay. Or maybe it does have a recipe and I'm just not paying attention. Not the, I mean the ancient, but... Alright, piece one. So that basically goes there. So now we can remove that one. Same idea. Alright, alright, I mean, it sort of works. Alright. Wrong one. Okay. Well, hopefully it'll work. But yeah, basically this will kind of just cross over the way it will. We have room for buildings over there. It's not necessarily going to be the prettiest of roads. That's what I need to do at this point, is kind of do the other side now. This will go further up than... further over than the side next to it. No, I don't know if that's quite right. Alright. I do kind of wish I knew what it would look like. I'm gonna have to remove stuff eventually. Rather, I'm gonna have to exit out to go back in to see how the road kind of looks. It's probably gonna look sketchy as all get out. But I don't necessarily mind. Tall grass. I do hope that there's eventually a way to grow grass, because that would be nice. Alright. So this is where this is going to start switching over. And I'm out. Lovely. Why are you not working? What is wrong? Alright. Maybe that'll help. There it goes. Alright, so now we do something interesting. that doesn't look quite right, so we need to make it fit better. Yeah, this is where I kind of need to fully exit out. So I can see how it looks on the I do have this over here, so I might just use that going up the side and just kind of look over to see, because that might help. I don't think it's gonna look right yet. It doesn't feel like it's right at all. And there's a fox over here, of course there is. Fox, I just want to see the road. I still don't like how that looks. Alright. Do I have any more? I do. Cool. So, first off, I need to make this more of a square here. And try that. I don't like how that looks. Okay, so that starts a decent start. I just gotta keep going and just keep looking and going back and forth till I've got the design I have. The best shot, I guess. Anything in my backpack? You know what? I'm gonna eat apple pie. I'm just gonna keep going up and down and kill myself a couple times anyway, so I might as well. As I've said, I kind of want to clear out my food down to a lot less. Alright, so I still feel like that feels a little off. I don't know. I think I do see where I need to fix it. I might. And I see here as well. I just basically have to accept that this is going to be like this. Which is a bit big because, yeah. It should help, though. I don't know. Honestly, I just need to wait up. 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 Come on, this is gonna be fine. Yeah, it would have been fine. I need to be able to look down. Alright. Almost there. I do think I want to adjust this back to here. And maybe pull this one back to here. I don't know. We'll get it there. Maybe I should fix the other side first. Oh. So I'm looking and I'm realizing I definitely think I need to kind of sort of not have these like this. It feels wide, but it's fine. That still looks wrong, even from here. Hmm. What about like that? That feels a little bit better. I mean, it feels a little off there, but I think it'll be better than it is currently. Yeah, that feels good. And then that feels a little better over there as well. It's still off. Um, that looks better. I think, once I go up top. I wish we could put these in. Oh, we can. Okay, so we can put food down. Ooh. Okay, that's nice. I don't think meat skewers can be put down, which is a Oh, we can. Perfect. So I can put food down. That actually is good. Put down that, put down drinks probably. I think I'm gonna want to adjust this in a second. I don't have any ladders at the moment, but it's fine. Honey, I'm chasing you. I could care less about you. Also, you fell a pretty good distance. As did I. So that's good there. I'll need to fix up the road in between. That, yeah. That's the only spot I need to kind of deal with now, I think. The small one too, so it shouldn't be too... Hello, Chris! How are you? Hope you're doing well. We're working on the road a little bit, because I just kind of wanted to do some stuff, and I wanted to see where I'm gonna have things. That should do it. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I'm doing pretty well. Good. There. So that's that part of the road, and then we'll have this coming over here. I'm trying to decide how I'm gonna then have it, because I do want to work on what else I was doing, which was, I don't think you were here for this, but I realized something I was going to be frustrated with later, so I just fixed it now. Or I'll fix it now kind of thing. Which is I am removing this chunk right here. Because, you know. And I've already removed this chunk. I just didn't like how it was, and I don't like you go all the way around just to get back here to get to, like, a side road. Plus, it doesn't really fit. It's kind of like just a lump. I did not like the lump, so I, fixed it. Or I am fixing it. But beyond that, I'm trying to get the road over here. And then I'm going to bring it over and around here. You can see where I want the road to go there. And once I do that, I mean, obviously I'll remove this. But I don't know if you were actually here for me, like, coming up with some of the details for the, well, it's not really the building itself, but basically like a wall, you know, just the, for raising it out of the water kind of thing. I do want there to be a bit of a moat here, I think. I'll have to figure out how much of one, how well it fits and everything, but you can see here, this is what that's going to look like down here. It's not going to be lower, though, obviously, because it'll be below the road, but you'll see, like, a into the water kind of thing. And when I'm done setting all that stuff up, I am going to go into creative to get the water done, because I just don't want to go and take water from other places just to make it work. I'm admitting that in advance. Yeah, fair enough. But I have decided that because I just don't want to have to figure out that one. Alright, it looks weird for the bottom, but it should be fine for the top, because it's a diagonal road. I'm so clever, but that's really the best way to kind of go about it. I could technically just have it wind, but I kind of like the idea instead of just having it be like this. It goes to the middle of the kingdom, all the little places for buildings and stuff are around it. So I'm gonna do, I think I did mention this to you. Or rather, you were here. But I am going to put buildings over here. The market goes here. I'll have to, like, change out all the blocks and everything, but the market will go here. Dinner was chicken and rice. I'll show you chicken. I think. Anyway, I did think about having it curved, but I decided, you know, this is effectively meant to be for carts, right? Pan-fried. Hmm? Oh, the track look? What do you mean the track? I'm confused by what you mean by that. Oh, carts. Sorry. Like, wagons. And the like. You know, you come in from your farm with your horse drawing a cart of, like, cereals and stuff. The idea is meant to be that this is a larger road, kind of meant more for that. Especially since, as you can see, like I said, the market's going to be right there. So it's, like, right off the road. And there'll be, like, something that shows, like, that they kind of up there. And then, like I said, we'll have some buildings here. There'll be, like, a little section on a path into them, the building section, but they'll be smaller because overall, yeah, you've got your main road. You can kind of see it there as well. And yeah, I mean, this also does, like, play into why I am removing the chunk that I am removing. Because as the road goes through, then you'll have where there's a little side road kind of thing that goes down to here. Buildings and stuff as well. Just to kind of show what that means. So obviously there's no road here yet, but basically the idea is as you go down the road, you would be able to... See, this is why this has to be removed. You'd be able to turn into over here. This would be a place. And it's a second way in and out of the town, but it's more for foot traffic. Because it's not as big, it's not as nice, I don't know. I know I was doing more ruined look, but I kind of like the idea of it just being that way because it's just like foot travel. Whereas the other one is the big, nice, fancy carts and things. You gotta keep that maintained in a different way. One person might trip, but like carts that could like cause backup in the worst of ways. And obviously you can like enter and leave like on foot on the main road as well. It's just meant to be like a secondary way that if you're going through kind of thing. That you don't necessarily have to wait for example, let's say like priests or whatever that are on a pilgrimage. instead of having them potentially be going to the main gateway, they would in this specific fantasy city, not but it'd be like a way to just allow like that to be handled, and that these people would be like person by person. You can't get by as easily that way, and like I said, carts can't go through. They're allowed in the city. I was more saying that basically because effectively I need to grab more stuff anyway, so I'll be back. But effectively, yeah. The carts you have like where each cart has to be inspected and stuff, and it just basically makes it a lot harder to go through. You can have an area that's smaller, not as it is a more like it's small. And yeah, it's a little out of the way, but if you choose to take this route, you can, right? I'll probably put a church over here, actually. That way it'll make more sense as well. Probably one fitting to the world of Hytale. But basically, like, you can take that, but if you want to get to market, then you gotta walk like an hour anyway. I was thinking more, Anyway. But you can take that way, because, you know, obviously it's a lot easier to go through the guards and stuff. They a lot less to check on in that way. Although they'd probably still be like a line down the way anyway, because, you know, those who don't want to get run over by carts, important, blah blah blah, all sorts of things like that, yeah. But yeah, basically we have main entrance 1 here, main entrance 2 will be over here, and then just a side entrance is right here. And then honestly, I'm at some point gonna have to sign out and sign back in just so leave the world, come back into the world, so that the map will update. Anyway, I came here to grab some cobblestone so I could fill the middle of this out as well. But I might as well do this first. Hopefully I've done this right. But I want that to be a little bit more... And obviously it's not meant to be like a perfect road because... I mean, this isn't a, I mean, it is a city road, but... grade-wise and all that, right? Alright. I'm gonna go get some more cobble slabs so I can judge from the other side. And basically what I'm gonna do there is we'll come out more straight until we get over here and then we'll turn. It'll be a lot... it'll be a more abrupt turn. Just because of the nature of it, but... Like, I would even think about just kind of continuing the as a turn. Problem is being able to see what I'm doing. I do wish the map would update more regularly or have an easier way to refresh the map. That would be nice. I mean, obviously we don't have any players here other than myself, but basically, like, if I could just have it refresh, I kind of hope that's something that's available at some point, so that I can see on the map, so I don't have to just, like, exit out and go back in. That's annoying. Yeah, I think that's about right there. Yeah, I need to get the materials to make more roads. And yeah, that feels a little chubby, but that's fine for the road. Overall, you're not going to see the road from the top. So the fact it still feels off is it's okay. Really and truly. Ow. Oh yes, I made a realization. We can put food down. Not just the fruits and berries, but actual food. Which makes this absolutely hilarious. We can do that. Whatever. I don't even know when up. I do wish I could put stuff on plates, though. That would be super nice. Well, I already knew things would be, I guess, probably, but I didn't really think about it. Alright, I'm gonna eat... I keep hitting the wrong button. See? Because you know, I'm back and forth on the Minecraft to this Minecraft, and unfortunately, I'm flipping from tab to E to tab. Because I never bother changing, like, my keybinds. It's throwing me out. Ironically, the ones I should probably switch would be the Minecraft ones, but I'm not the only one that plays Minecraft on the computer, so that makes things difficult. Yeah. I can change them. I'm just saying I don't typically do so. Because at the end of the day, it's just not that big a deal. The only place it even becomes kind of frustrating is when... What I probably should do is just set it so that E does not do that anymore. That would probably be enough. So I actually remember that... I did not, but you know what? I think I have some here. The win. Yeah. Laziness for the win. Woo! Well, I mean, the thing is, the reason why I was saying, I think, is that most other games do more along the lines of what Hytale has done, where inventory is tab, and just things like that. So I don't think it... a bad setup. It just is a little frustrating because, you know, I just never change Minecraft because I'm not the only one that plays it. So I'll be honest, I have started thinking about maybe doing that, at least on the modded one. Hmm? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I can change them, like I said. See? I just don't. Okay. Alright. I know this isn't perfect, and I know it probably doesn't actually match properly, but it works for me. You know, it's... Oh. Anyway. Sorry, I got distracted by bots, but... I really do kind of just end up going, I feel... Things that it's like... I don't know, it's... I'm just trying to figure out how to put this... What I was doing right there, where I can just have it while as I'm pulling it across, it's not going to accidentally, like, be in the wrong spot. Because it only clicks to wherever I've clicked it to. From that, like, those angles. It's such a simple thing. And yet, honestly, it makes it easier to do stuff. I thought. Little things. And I think that's the thing that bugs me the most about, well, modern Minecraft. Is those are the kind of things that I feel like are nice, you know? That they've done basically things that are kind of like that, but just never full on went there. Just had it work like that, and it kind of... I feel like shows... the gaps. Because, like, this is something that isn't big, isn't fancy, isn't, like, exciting, but I kind of I like that it works that way. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Always I guess, just the little things. Are what make me compare the most. Which is ironic, I suppose. In theory, it shouldn't be, you know? And I did finally figure out yesterday, I never really said it, but because I thought of it after stream, but what really I think is missing from actual exploration in Minecraft. Because if they're gonna change, and it's very simple, and it was even kind of shown unintentionally with the Spring to Life update, what is missing, and it's such a simple thing. Yeah. It's the little touches. That's what exploration is missing. A good example would be right here. On Minecraft, you'd have some tall pieces and some short pieces, but that would be it. Maybe you have a flower, maybe you don't. That's all that would be in that spot, kind of thing. Here, you have not one, not two, but 4 different types of grass. Actually, 5. To make a much more lush, filled out feel. I'm not saying that it's necessarily bad to have few things, I'm just saying, if they're gonna go for bloat anyway, I think that's part of it. Little things make all the difference. Look at all the little sunflowers there. That makes this not just a green and white blob, it makes it have little touches of yellow here and there. A little bit of wheat there as well. To give it, again, just that little touch of something different. As you're going through, as you're looking around, there's little things, little touches here and there. Even in the buildings, you have where you have some moss there, done in a couple different ways. Yeah, it's such little things, but they make the difference. And having several different kinds of just little flowers, it makes it feel a lot better to go around and look at things. Basically what I'm saying is that Minecraft has rather boring landscapes. Which is not why it's not really all that fun to actually explore. If you will. And mind you, I don't think it's completely negative. I understand it'd be like for performance and stuff, but at the same time, it's like... You see what I mean? And ironically, Spring to Life kind of showed that as well. All they added really were some flowers, reskins of flowers as yellow flowers and leaves. And ironically, if you look at it, the one right after the copper update that most people remember or think of as a big update is that one, even though that mostly was just texture packed effectively. some extent. I mean, or rather, basically be more like adding a data pack, effectively. That's what I mean, it's a data pack. Rather than being like even a full-on just like... Because they aren't new things. They were just reskinned. But it did far more and had people remember a lot better and happier than... Heck, I'd argue even the Nautilus and the Spears. And like I said, it didn't add big things. It added little things. And if they're gonna add little things anyway, they might as well focus on things that could use that kind of thing. Heck, think about it. The one thing with the 1.19, the thing that basically started the whole, effectively where we've gotten to now, was the fact that they didn't add the Birch update, right? That they did not actually update Birch Forests. This was far more negatively impacting to them, that and the Fireflies, than just about anything else. And honestly, most people didn't even expect much when you actually go back and you look through. People just expected them to basically, parody the bedrock with the logs, right? You can have like a few new type of mushrooms. They just go on trees. Could even be the same ones, but they can go on a tree now. Little things. Making the trees taller, and I think that's just it. That's what I think is missing. Flavor. Basically. They want you to enjoy your unflavored meat. Think about it. Sulfur blocks and cinnabar blocks. Basically that's what the biome is going to be. This new biome. Because that's the new things. Not much else is being added. Not really anything else, actually. And a new structure so you can find an ugly structure. It's not really even a structure, it's just a spring that's... But... And... it doesn't even look like... I think that's the worst part, is it just doesn't look like they fit. They really should have... Go back to the drawing board a little bit, I think, on that one. But beyond that... that's what I think is kind of left there. Instead, I feel like they're to do things like adding a few crystals here and there. Nothing crazy, mind you. I think it would have had a better reception. Or would be getting a better reception. Because it... yeah, like I said, they want you to... They offer you a meat dish, basically. This is what they're doing. The first thing you notice is that it smells kind of off, right? Kind of bland, like there's no smell. Then you'll actually get into the meat of it, and there's no flavor. It's what it is. What it says on the tin, and anything that even looks slightly more exciting, more spicy, gets removed. To make it a very bland meal. That's basically how these updates work. Heck, I mean... think of the spear. Again, it's just the spear and a Nautilus, pretty much, and some zombie mobs that, in theory, should have existed in the game already. But not exciting. Nope. And when I say not exciting, I mean because, like, for example, no biome for the Nautilus. It just is found random places. No specific, interesting, or unique conditions for the zombie husk or horse. It has to be at night in the right biome. And I think that's just kind of part of it that is missing. Heck, baby moms. They really didn't do anything fancy or unique. They just texture packed them. Which, yeah. And it shows. Plus, plus making decisions that nobody wants, like the string thing. That's just like, dude. Who is in charge of that? Nonsense. Realistically. Do I do this here? I think I might. No. I just have to figure out what I'm doing here. Anyway, little things. I really think that's the biggest problem. They only want big fancy things. They only want the big reveal. They don't want the little bits around it. They want to be just the focus kind of thing. Yeah. Exactly. All beef, no cheese. Even worse than that. All beef, no salt. No pepper, no spice, no nothing. Like they like they're not even salt kind of thing. Like exactly, no grill. No marinade, no nothing. They just chucked it in a they just chucked it with no flavor into a pressure cooker and expect you to enjoy it. I think that's where I'm at with it. I'm not saying you don't. I'm sleeping right now, and I was fighting with Cat. The cat has decided he is the most important thing right now, and I have said no twice. Go on. Exactly. Gato. The cat. Meow meow. Indianator. How long do we have? Yeah, okay, I was right. I was like, it's gotta be like there. Yeah, I was. I was like, it feels like it. Did I misjudge something at the time? No. I was just impatient. But yeah. I don't know. I think the best thing, or the thing that the biggest thing that I'm kind of comparing, and that I just kind of feel like was the one thing that both left. The mod packs I enjoy, and this, it's never the big things, it's always the little things that I like most. And I think that's, buddy, you're not. No, you're not. No. Which is what makes it. Anyway, I mean, you can enjoy it. I mean, there's people who enjoy an unseasoned piece of beef that's been only pressure cooked. Not saying it's not. But no, I was just more saying, we're gonna come to here. That, that's the problem overall. And it can be enjoyable, or you can get something out of it. I just was saying it makes for a lackluster experience overall, that's all. Heck, I'd argue what you really enjoy, though, are the sides. That they have given you somewhat more often than not than the actual, main dish. A good example is you like the spears, but the spears weren't really the main focus. They kind of were there, but the whole thing was meant to be more like, oh, mobs that can attack you. At the end of the day. So the Nautilus was their bigger thing. They were like, yeah, we have a spear. And then it was just paired with the Nautilus to be giving a reason to add a Nautilus. Kind of thing. I mean, if you think about it. More like, heck, I mean, the happy gas was the main feature. But what most people were excited about was the fact that now you could craft saddles. Again, it just kind of, yeah, exactly, mac and cheese. But the actual main dish, I mean, like I said, the main dish there really kind of was the Nautilus itself, more than the spear. Yeah, I don't think anybody focused on it. The mounts. The mounts of mayhem. Are meant to be the main focus. I can't think of I can only think of a very small piece, like I've seen anywhere of the, like, just actually focusing on that part, and not, ooh, look at spears, for the most part. Which, well, I don't care for, I'll acknowledge, can be a tasty side dish. But it was the side dish. And that's kind of the problem. I mean, think about it. How interested were you actually in the husk camel? Or in the zombie horse, other than, well, that's nice. That they finally added that to the game. Or heck, the Nautilus itself. Realistically speaking. That's more what I'm saying. So that's not quite right. I need to adjust a little bit more. Because that'll land in the wrong spot. Do you think that'll be how I do that, though? Anyway, I mean, realistically speaking, Heidi Takeover, I know you actually like that, and that's fine. But realistically, most people focus on, throughout most of the update, other than, like, questioning why the update was. But overall, the biggest things I saw were there were people who were debating about whether the recipe for name tags should be added or not. Which, again, that was basically just like, I wouldn't even go with like I'd go with, like, it was just a plate of Brussels sprouts on the side there. The whole thing. And the bunnies. People are happy about the bunny retextures. But again, that was just a nice little, like, some carrots or something, you know? Some glazed carrots. Yes, I had thought I thought that would be, but my point still stands. Well, that was one of the most exciting parts of the update, was the bunny reworks. That they actually, you know, now look like bunnies. That's kind of where I go with it. You see what I mean? And, I mean, honestly, I do like the bunnies. They are very cute. Although I do feel like they don't completely make sense context-wise with everything else, but they are cute. Now it's like, now you have to go back and redo all the cow things that you just redid. Because, you know, you fixed bunnies. But now bunnies are more in line with your current style, but everything else isn't, including the baby mobs you just did. That's my biggest irony to the whole thing. Like, I have been left with the irony of that. Alright. 1, 2. 2. Like, usually they at least wait, like, 1 up to maybe 2 updates before it's like, yeah. Now they've completely made everything not fit anymore. But this time it was, like, immediately. I was just like... But, yeah, like I said, best part of that update? Bunnies. Which shouldn't be the best part, because it shouldn't even be even close to a main focus. And I just kind of feel like it's just weird. And that's when they're not, when you're not like even just looking at the, wait a minute, that's kind of odd. Kind ofness of. Um. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's not great. I still don't want it there. I want this to be like. I need to adjust this so that this doesn't work like that. I like the turn as it is. I will figure out how to do it. I just figure out how far over I need to go. Anyway, but yeah, that's kind of more where I go with it. Is it's like, I mean. It's kind of does that whole showing that they're not really listening, no matter how much they like to claim they are. Oh yeah, I saw some interesting Hytale news. I'm kinda think is cool. Apparently, the makers of the Create mod are in fact now going to be part of the Hytale team. At least two of the developers, or the two of them. So that's interesting. Which means that at the very least, there's a much higher chance at, you know, being built in-game to be actually usable. Kind of thing. Something akin to it. Probably not exactly that, but... still, cool! You know? I don't mind. I think the concept for the Create mod is nice. I just obviously can't really get to work well on the computer. For whatever reason. I'm not sure exactly why. It just doesn't like me. So that's apparently going to be a thing. Well, not Create specifically, but that they will be working. Alright. Now, hopefully this will look good from the top. I feel like it'll look decent, because it'll be more of an actual turn. Anyway. So yeah, that was just a thing. I happened to see scrolling across my feed. Yeah, that's better. I mean, those are more utilitarian style turns, but this is a more kind of softer turn. I mean, I could probably do a more nicer turn over there now that I think about it, but I don't feel like it. I think it's fine as it is. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I think this will actually go here. That's actually a pretty perfect spot to have that bee ending up. I can get this side to work better. I think that's all I really have to do there. On that side to make it more, fitting. Oh, I didn't even have to go that far. Boom. Yep. It's a tighter turn, but that's fine. It should look fine from the top. It'll be a little... I think, but I think it'll work. Anyway. Yeah, I kind of want to go back and actually adjust that a little bit. I mean, I did adjust it a little bit, but I really couldn't do more than this. Actually, if I did it like this and then did it like that. Alright, and then that there. I think that'll feel a softer turn, just a little bit, hopefully. Yes, yes, Mr. Fox. I don't know. As I said, I probably need to just kind of back out and come back in and just look at the map to see where things are. Yeah, it looks a little smoother. It's not much, but it is. And then I probably should have done more on this side as well. Yeah, okay, I am going to back out to the main menu and come back in so I can look at it on the map, because it's really hard to tell. Just looking at it like this. And I find the map view quite useful. Just give it a second. Alright. Anyway. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I think that feels a lot... Actually, I do think that probably here I should try to adjust this a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Do that like that. And then we could pull this in a little bit better that way. There and there. Alright, it just feels very chibi. Um, I guess technically I could do it like that. I don't think that would work well. Alright. That should feel smoother, hopefully. I'm not going to reset again just for that. I actually kind of want to pull this one in here, though. Hmm? Oh, it's, can't decide how I want it. I don't know. It really feels like I'm just kind of lacking. I thought I could get away with it. I think what I would want to do is pull this up here. But I just don't think it works because I think it looks... maybe what the problem is that it just kind of looks like it should go here. I don't know. This definitely isn't right. Turns are the hardest in Minecraft and Hytale. Because they just... you know... That's the wrong one there. That one goes right there, and then this one goes here. Realistically, I think my biggest problem is I just don't want a corner there, but I just kind of have to have some form of corner. Huh? But wait, what? Is it hard, you mean? Alright, I looked away a second. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. It'll probably look better once I actually had other things in. I figure. I just never am completely sure because I'm not looking at all times, and I'll be like, wait, did I actually read it or not? Because I swear. Where I've got the chat up on OBS here for me. Will sometimes flicker and I'll be like, did it actually say something? I'm sure. I think it's as good as it's gonna get. Hopefully. It's not great. Not in the slightest. But I mean, it'll do. It's the problem with diagonals. I mean, it looks like it's starting to kind of actually come together as a road, right? I think. I could be totally off base. Alright, I'm gonna mix some goo. We'll make some dough and we'll make some more meat pies. I think I'm gonna start switching to just kind of using those, potentially. I don't think they're too expensive. We still got a little time, so I can look at that a second. I mean, the dough is the expensive part, which I can make. It's not that big a deal, and spices. But again, I can make. But meat pie only uses 1 and 1. So it's overall cheap. Than I think even the skewers, or it's cheaper than the skewers overall, effectively, because I mean, flour and stuff is easy to make. I just have to actually get it. Eggs I already get from my chickens anyway, so it's fine there. Let's make some dough. Hello. Sheep. It's just gotta make 3 dough so that we can make 3 meat pies. 1 piece of meat, 1 piece of dough. And you can look here and see for this, you need 4 pieces of meat for 1 skewer. Whereas this takes for way more. It just, because it has all the other things in it, and it's slower to craft. But let's be real, it probably is tastier too, you know? I mean, you know? Which is kind of shown by the fact that it gives you way more health regen and stamina for less. Because you're actually enjoying, you're savoring. This uses 4 meat and a piece of wood. It's nice. But it's alright, I just need to get enough things going that's easier. It'd be nice if we get smoke to come out of this, but because of how I did it, it won't work. Even if it could, probably would. Alright. Once I'm done kind of setting up the road, I might just take travel out to go get the materials anyway, to take a bit of a break. You know? Alright. Well, I wasn't necessarily thinking exploring, but I guess we could. I was more thinking I am needing more of that stuff, but we could go wander around a bit, I guess. Get lost. Have no way home. Yeah. I do agree. Especially since, like I said, it's for that building over there, which I do want to kind of get some of that done. Alright, so we're gonna finish this up and then we'll do that. Alright. As I said, I actually like the road being kind of like in line with this, so it's actually gonna probably come out quite a bit. I thought about it, and especially now that I've kind of cleared away stuff, I could put a building on each side of the road, effectively. Maybe it's a smaller building on this side, but you could have buildings. And then we'll have like a side thing off as well. This is the outside piece. Alright, 2 more. 2, Did I do this right? No. It's fine. Alright, I need to be landing on... I need to land on 1563. Yeah, here's how we're gonna handle this for right now. Goes far, too far. So we need to come... One, two... Two... One... Perfect, I think. No. That's because I did that off to there. Alright. So this is where this needs to land, right there. That makes it easier to tell. Let me make sure I've done that right on the other side here. Or that I'm still correct here. Yeah, so that's the one I need to land on. I think here. Yeah. Alright, if I could do it this right this time, and I can, I think, because we'll just match that to wherever that goes. One... And to here? No. I do that wrong. No, yeah, I was doing it right. Okay. So, yeah, that go there. Bop, bop. 1, 2. But the reason that doesn't work is because I've done this wrong. And I was right the first time. But at least it's not the end of the world. Alright, so since I was right the first time, I just did a stupid. 1, 2... 1. That's not right. Where did I go wrong? Oh wait, I bet I went wrong. I bet I went wrong. The simple fact, blah. Probably goes here. Alright. True. How? Okay. What? We're just gonna do it for the side for properly, but we're gonna get to the edge. I think. I don't know what I've done wrong. 2, 3. Bop. 2, 3. Bop. 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 See, that isn't right, because that should have one more bop. What have I... Okay, I know what it is. We can fix this. It's so simple, it's so simple, it's so simple. Alright, there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Place it there. Boom! All fixed. Okay, that took way more than I would rather it have, but that should be it. Although, really, I should have 2. I kind of like the idea of having 2 of those going out that way, so it's a full round turn. But again, I can fix that now that I understand what I've done wrong. Alright, so we leave that one in place. In fact, leave that like that. Pull this one back. Like so. So, 1, 2. 2. 1. Okay. As I said, it will be right in a second. And then we just remove these. And that should be the road. Perfect! And yeah, and then the road will just follow. This is an outside edge here. Basically, I mean, it's here, but... And it'll come right on out. It'll be perfect. Ta-da! We did it. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Just so that we can remember here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. This is a fantasy world. The whole point is this is fantasy. Doesn't even make sense. Alright, so the road is, other than this one spot right here, done. For that. Alright. For all the in generals, this is just basically how the road is going to be. I think the road is going to, well, actually, it's not going to be like a problem. I was going to be like, it's going to be like, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if there are any lizard people, as you put it. This Hytale, not Skyrim. So it depends on factors. But yeah. Uh-huh. I'm gonna be honest, as far as Skyrim goes, most of what I know, things like that, are just things I've seen on channel. On other playthroughs and stuff. Uh-huh. Sure, sure. There we go. Hello, Isaac. How are you? I'll be honest. I'm glad to hear that you are doing good today. As you can see, I have basically mapped out where my road is kind of gonna go now. About to go out for materials to gather for that building that's gonna be there. Be the big building. But this is my main road. Oh, ow. I'm not gonna exit the game just to fix up the map again, but basically I'm kind of just wanted to make it feel more road-like as well. And I said this is gonna be a big... well, I guess I didn't, but this is a big project. For the purpose of distractionation. I mean, it's that guy spawn. I don't have anything that would make sense for him to spawn on. I know technically they have spawner spots, but it's like, I swear... Well, it's a potential possible, but, I mean... I feel like think I'd rather wait till we kind of have more town in here. Uh-huh. Question becomes, do I want to put some... I think I kind of want to... I do have some slate as well, so I might actually give this a little bit of a fancy front. Or I could just kind of give it the... just the same white, like those. I still like being able to put down food, though. It's nice. I might do... You know, I'd probably just do the smooth ones. Well, not smooth, but the brick, quote-unquote, ones. Because I think that would look better. Kind of have that around. Well, I was more saying because this is something I kind of hope that we have some ability to see in the future. Again, I feel like it would be super end-game loot. I don't feel like it'd be something like early game. That'd be dumb. Like, I mean, once you're I guess saving the world, right? Surely you should be able to I don't know, prevent things from spawning. And I mean, I know it might. It's more likely to just kind of change how it works later. So there's that. But all right, so you. Oh, wait, I don't want to actually put that up a little bit. This up here for now. Right, things I need. I just need to turn some of this chalk first. Create a bit of a space here. I just need some bricks. Chalk, half slabs, cobbled chalk. And then we just put 10 of these in here, and we have chalk brick. That turns into 20. Because this is what I'm using, and then that would just kind of match as a below. Things to hope for in coming updates. More shovels. Or maybe a shovel slight rework. That'd be nice too. Alright. Shoot. Well, I do like how that looks. Kinda. Alright. Well. Maybe what I want to do here. I thought of something that I kind of want to do here, I think. So I'm going to have this come out here. There, probably. And I'm thinking of maybe having a bit of a stable here. On the side, after all. I wasn't doing it, but I kind of feel like it's a little... Need a place for the animals. You know, you bring your... You spend enough money to live here. You expect your horse to get some... And I'll put some... Okay. Right? I might do this as well. Although then now you're looking into the horses, but you know, that's still fine, because then that's like you have a way to see there. Alright. Weak. Alright. I need more hay. But I can get that just by, this. Yes, yes. Or wheat, rather. Because this just calls for... Gonna make 10 of those. Maybe not 10, maybe 6. Yeah. I think I ended up giving the wheat back. I need to make a bigger wheat field at some point soon, but obviously that's gonna probably be after I, expand out into the farm. But just to kind of get the idea, I wish these could be turned into slabs, but I know they can't. A little sad. I feel like the swords and the daggers should have some description to them. Come on. Okay, I still got a couple minutes. I'm gonna grab the camphor. I'll grab like 8. Alright, and then we'll just kind of set up where it'll kind of go, sort of, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. And as always, I will wish that I had a recipe for the feeding troughs, but at the same time, I mean, they don't do anything yet, so you know, I get it. No point in adding a recipe for them. They do look nice. So I also think I want to do... Mm-hmm. Start with this. Again, this is just to kind of like map out the idea, you know? Alright. put these here to kind of just have the idea of how that would go. There. Up here. I need one more. But it gives the idea. And I can fill the rest of this one in like this. And see, it's just like a little stall. It's nothing fancy. Probably what I would do is I'd bring this one more up. If it was the fact that grass spreads pretty much through everything, I probably would do dirt. I guess I could do dirt in as slabs and it might not turn into grass, but again, I think I'll just stick with the hay. It looks okay. Yeah, I mean, you get the idea of it, right? Let's see if I have any pieces up here that I could use. They'll be in bits and bobs here and there. I mean, I have these. So what I would be thinking here is there. If that goes, oh, whoops, I did that wrong. You did that, but and then it came down like this. Oh. Technically, it can come down to here. But it feels a little bit high, or low rather. So I think instead what I would do that one there. Move that one. Oops, I did that wrong. It's super hard to tell from the bottom, or from the top. There. So then that would go like that. Then you would include the cobblestone. And then we'd add the thing in the middle like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. And you can even have that like that there to some extent. Or like that. That also works. Oh, well, that's the wrong way. Alright. Then you fill in the top there as well, and we have ourselves a nice, fancy feeling kind of stable off the side. I'm gonna go get more camphor and go make the roof tiles on the top. I don't know, what do you guys think? Too much? Too little? No opinion whatsoever. Alright, I came for more camphor. Don't think I have enough, but it'll serve. I guess while we're out searching for... At some point, maybe I should go searching for more feeding troughs. Since, again, they're not craftable as of yet, and they look good. Ow, I kind of broke my fall. Crazy. Okay. That probably isn't the best, but it does the job. I could probably even put a light in there. Maybe, at some point. Alright. The only thing is I kind of want to pull this out an extra one. I need to go get more stuff, but I kind of like that better. Like that. I think that looks better. Not much better, but it does feel more in line kind of with the, there. So I need a few more, but then that should be good. Alright, I need 3, 4, 7. And then that'll be our... on the side there. It fits. It fits the style and everything as well, I think. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I just need to eat. Yes, away with you. Right, let me grab 2 more pieces of oak. I have no idea what I'm gonna need for that. Okay, so 4 gates. And then I do wish I had some fence gates left, but you know, I don't. Alright, one more. And fence gates. And fence gates. Alright. And then finally, I need... like, I like the hay bale quite nicely. Is there something I would rather have? I don't think so. Block-wise. I mean, I would pick something... like, I would pick dry dirt, but dry dirt doesn't stay. Plus, I like how the hay looks. I think I will kind of... because, you know, you got hay beds. Right? If I had ever found a horse, I would put it there. But obviously we never did. Okay, let's fill these back in. That one goes in. That one goes in. That one goes in. There. So you've got that like that. It feels a little cramped. That's fine. Alright. Last fence piece. I guess technically it goes like this. And what we could do here... I guess technically... this. Perfect. We've got 2 stables mostly done. Pretty big. I suppose I would think about doing the same thing kind of here along the side. Or maybe chalk walls could be nice. Or we can just use heck, I could even just do this. There, like that. And then like that. Doesn't look good. I mean, if I was gonna pull it, I guess I'd pull it down. So you put that in like that. There, 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 and then it'd be like that. But I just don't think it works. Oh. I didn't think about it though, right? I mean, I could do something like this, technically, just to kind of create. Yeah. I could do it there, though. Nah, just flat across. I think that's gonna have to do. Weird. But it looks better that way. Alright. Huh. Doesn't that feel kind of like that's vibe-wise? Tavern feel to it, I guess. Maybe? I don't know. Here it is, I have this last little bit here, which I could use to make the tiny little thing there, but I just don't think it needs that. Oh. Okay, I mean, I don't know. If you guys don't think it looks great, do tell me, I guess. Or don't. I'm just gonna mark this out like this. We can kind of see where this would go. And I like kind of leaving that little back area back there, but this could be a building as well. Alright. Well, I already said I wanted a building there, but just to kind of show where the building would go. Alright. I might make a camphor tree as well. It takes time, but I mean, it looks good. Whatever. I'll just go around. I'm gonna go get a camphor tree going. As I said, the only trees I kind of want in here are the camphor, because I kind of just like how they are. Alright. Can I afford camphor? Yes. Barely. I like that they're cheap. I like that they do a lot of wood. I like that they're just nice. I might just build up a length of that as well. Now, alright, I don't want it to be all the way to the back. I want it to kind of be like here-ish. Hopefully it'll grow out nicely. Maybe one more forward. I don't know if it'll come out well or not. But that should be at least decent. Because I don't have anything on the side planned to be there. I might even add like a second or third. I don't need that. I have dirt on me. Since I want that to go to that spot, we'll just start letting the grass kind of be filled in here. I might like take one back out or something afterward, but this is a good start. Actually, you know what? Yeah, definitely. And then I can have just a little... That's like that. You could have a little garden on the side there. It's all good. It's actually starting to come together. Surprisingly. At least the opening area. You are so polite. As is Reggie. Hello, Reggie! And I could turn you into a house mouse as the day will be best day. Okay. If I move, he'll flip out. I don't want him to flip out. I do wish I could just kind of look at him. Oh, I need to see. Okay, it's now time. Cool. Let's see, now I gotta move and he's gonna flip out. Oh, Reggie's not flipping out. Hello, Reggie! Oh, just a picture of you, Reggie. Maybe I thumbnail. No. Actually, no, that's not a really good one. Actually, that'd be really... Perfect. You enjoy your time, Reggie. I don't want to be in your way. Alright, so... Actually, I kind of want to make this be like a thing around the next one instead. Because I kind of like how it looks. Realize I don't have... But no. One day. Whether I have to get a mod for it or not, I will tame Reggie. Or a version of Reggie. Realistically speaking. Alright. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull that forward. Like so. Camphor trees growing nicely. I do probably want more camphor wood, but not that. So, what I'm thinking I want to do... I might pull just a little bit more of this out. Do I like that? Not really. That doesn't look right. Alright. I have to make decisions on how I want to do this. Now the question becomes, do the slabs? I don't think dirt slabs probably have it grass over, so that's probably the way to go to like keep it as dirt, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Alright. So, things to work on here. Hello, little meerkat. First off, I was just... Yeah, so we can't go into there. Oh, that's marble cobble. That's what that is. Okay. Yeah, I don't need that right now. I was like, what's this? I mean, I like the ornate, but I just want to kind of do dude. Again, I kind of hope that eventually these can just be, I guess. Oh, okay. Alright, so we're gonna take some of this just to kind of put along the side edges, because I do kind of like the idea. What I'm thinking here. I haven't decided. I mean, I like how it is there as well. I'm tempted to kind of like put this here, but I don't think it would look right. Other than to like hold the roof, because this okay. similar fashion. Just... I do like the way that kind of would be to have that just kind of go up just like the other one. So then you just kind of bring that over there. Whatever the top is. But yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of stick with this style for the build to some extent of just having the corners are made of some form of wood. Of camphor specifically, probably, or something more, I don't know, in a sense exotic. I'm gonna probably bring up a window here. I need to decide what this building will actually be. Do I have anything to kind of... I probably have more stone. Do I want to do stone's gonna be the question. Like, we have options, mind you. But I probably will just go with the same kind of flooring. Again, it just kind of fits the area. I'll probably add rugs into this building, whatever this ends up being. I'd have to go back. I don't remember what I was thinking of doing here. Other than I was thinking I wanted a second building. Alright. What I might do is I might set it up so that I can have the gravelly stuff. I think it's just called gravel, actually. I'm pretty sure I could just craft those. I kind of like the idea of putting some of that as like a way to walk over, but make it more look like it's just kind of been like crushed. And yeah, I'm gonna probably put a little garden kind of here. Whatever I do decide to do there. I do wish that the writing wasn't so bad with that, but it's fine. But I do want this to be a smaller building, whatever I do with it. I do know that. Just one story on this side. Honestly, I like how it kind of ends up coming out as the... Yeah. It, feels good. What I might do is get more of this stuff. Do the same thing across here, like beams. And then make it just look like that. Because I think that would look good. I'd rather be able to have a fence that can match, but I don't really... I'm just trying to imagine. But yeah, as you're coming into town, you can have that on each side, having the buildings. And then, like I said, then we can have like a little market area over here. Especially if I could figure out how to do dirt without turning into grass. I'm kind of hoping slabs don't turn to grass, unless you turn them into grass themselves. I don't know how to do it though. I think about it. I saw it's a thing, but I don't think I figured out how. I should just look through too. I lived here first. You did not. I guess soil pathway works. Because obviously that would be broken down. And then you've got gravel. It's a shame you can't make the different versions of gravel. The different, but whatever. I swear I saw that you could make paths. Or make, if I had some essence, I could use those, actually. I probably would like to. Alright, things we can do. First off, I would like to go grab some logs so it doesn't use the wrong logs, because it can. Probably ash. Oh, nine. For 3 of them. Alright. Okay. So let's put these planters outside. You can put flowers in them. Kinda wish wish they could turn into like one planter, but it's fine. It does the job. If I need to, I can grab some trapdoors and make it look a little bit more right. But point being, I mean, I could just stick this there. So it feels like, oh, they're growing the vegetables that they're using. I think. Yeah. I don't want to, though. I'm just looking how that looks. Definitely not. I think flowers will do. It's so weird that they just kind of float. They should be on their side. Slightly. Like turn slightly. But I have plants. In fact, I have my beloved lavender that I can't really use anyway, because I don't want to hurt it. I like the way it looks, to be clear. You know what? That would look very nice by a tavern. I know I could put like a bush probably or something, but I don't know. I think this will do. Yeah. Not perfect, but it does the job. Yeah, if you look out, you'd have like a nice little view of lavender there. Better when it's open. Yeah, it does. Why does that side work? I guess it's probably because... But yeah, I like how that looks from the inside as well. It feels very cozy. I think I want to make... I'm gonna go make a few public lanterns for below. Because they're cheap-ish. I'm pretty sure? I'll have to double check, but the bigger thing, though, is that they are... No, I think they use candles, which is not cheap, but... Beyond that, they are, saber. Feeling. I don't know if you can get anything kind of like, if you know, you bring it in kind of thing. I feel like that's something I'd bring in. Alright, I mean, I can make those. Yeah, see, they're just... I don't see where the candle comes into it. I mean, these are cheaper than that. But I don't think they can be put... up. Up. Yeah, they have to be put down. That's probably better if they're being put there, but... Actually, I might make a few of those. Alright, one goes there. Alright, yeah, ironically, this is more expensive than this is at this point, even though it doesn't even use anywhere near as many materials. So weird. So I guess we'll just stick with these. Fine. Alright. You know, I might just go with, that. And then... I just don't like how that looks. Ooh, I got an idea. That I think will look better. Yeah. Although it does mean that I kind of gotta... But I mean, that kind of figures anyway, doesn't it? Hopefully that actually finishes growing. I just realized I have no confidence in that. It feels weird. But it kind of works. You just pull the dirt forward. So we get the grass going there. Hopefully we'll get the grass going there. If I need to, I'll have to remove one of these and put the dirt in. Or the grass in there so that just feels all good. Maybe put some little flowers in. Or bushes. Bushes could actually look good there. Even if it ends up remaining dirt. Ah. I forgot to put the lights in. Also that I forgot. It's that the sun is setting and that's... you know what? Let me go put at least these lights in. I don't have time. Look at the sun setting. Put them in the morning. I do love how this just looks. With the lighting and everything, it feels... Hi, buddy. Yeah, I made it just in time. Okay, I'm glad I did that. Okay, I'm glad I did. Nope, 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 nope. That could have been bad. Oh, Buddy's not in here. I feel like Buddy's gonna come back and be cruel. 25 minutes. Which means really 50 seconds, because from what I feel like I've seen, it's like 20-minute day, like 40-minute days and night cycles, I think. I could be wrong. Or just standard, because I didn't, like, speed it or slow down kind of thing. I know you can kind of set more. But now that's it. That's what I was just doing it as default, and I was like, good. Alright, Reggie. I love that I'm just hugging it in my sleep. But, like, no matter what, it's like you just kind of hugging it in your sleep. This feels so... Only like actually carrying to it, not like it's in my hand like this, but like an actual hand. Crazy. I mean, modded levels. Let's see, did any grass grow while I was asleep? No. Well, sort of. Alright. Like how that looks. Alright, so as I was saying, I'm gonna put one here. I'm gonna put one there. I think that'll help keep this area lit enough. Honestly, I feel pretty good. I think that feels lit enough for this. I probably want to put in some iron bars here as well, just to prevent the, yeah. Alright, so here's a question. Can we put this here? No. Alright, well, for now, we'll put them here. I'm probably going to add a little table. Or a stool or something. I swear I had 3 spots. Yeah, no. I guess I couldn't put it closer anyway. I kind of want to have a... little... I don't think that's probably possible, but I'd love to have, like, a stool. Put that there instead. For now. Who knows, I might come back for it. But yeah, I do feel like this feels more in line with what I would expect for the inside. Yeah. When you come in, you look around, you kind of look at this. It looks good. It feels good. Some minor changes and it'll be perfect. I just realized I never did adjust the back to make it the same stuff. I don't care enough. I probably should. Grab a few of these. I don't think it's enough, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's just quickly going through. Look at that. It doesn't really matter, though. Hello, Knight. I got distracted with what I was working on. But I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing. Alright, how are you? Let me just see if the grass actually is growing there or not. I don't care enough. It'll look better. Weirdly feels modern, even though it's not intended to feel modern. At all. Weird. Eek. There are so many bushes over here. I kind of also want to know, do they regrow? Huh? I did do them. I just didn't do very many. Because I didn't want to step on Zuno. I'm glad to hear you're doing okay. But I can do a few more today if you want me to. So weird that that's basically all that I had with bushes, and it feels like, why does this feel... I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna finish these walls real quick, and then I'll do that. Because I just want to keep my focus as long as I can. I've done almost everything else around here, kinda. For that section, to just kind of be more in general. I just need to focus long enough to be, getting just a few more walls up, just to be like, yep, okay, I like this, I don't like this. Yeah, swim about in the line. As he sometimes does. He's very cute, though. Don't know where he is right now. He's off sneaking. Alright, so... let me do what I need to do really quickly. Alright. There. I can't... because, I mean, I let myself get distracted from what I was gonna do today. Just to start this. So I need to get it finished. Alright. So I want to do this here. I can't remember what I was going to put here, so I'm just kind of putting a building for now, and then I'll readjust afterward. Once I remember whatever it was. Alright. go. Alright, I got what I could do. And I probably will add more things to it than that. But it feels weirdly, like I said, it just feels weird. I'm not sure what I did. Alright, let me do those. I'm not minding, that's fine. Let me pause. What did you click? Alright. Done. Alright, I do need to finish soon. Alright. There we go. Anyway, I mean, you can see here I've added in a... Oh, there we go. That's grown as I wanted it to. But I think it'll grow again, and that'll be good. Like the folds, I hope. Might have to, like, cut it down and put a new one a little bit further out, but... well, it's not done. You can see I've started some stables here. I mean, it's 90% done. It's just I gotta get the hay blocks. I've added the lights in here now, so it feels a lot more cozy and homey, right? I'm gonna probably get tables later to put these little lights on, but for now, or stools or something. Probably a shelf, actually. But doesn't that feel a lot more kind of complete? I also need to put the grates in here. Also, the other thing I worked on a lot today, just to see here. I plotted out the road. Hello, how are you? Fair enough. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. Work done. The only thing I didn't work on today was the... Well, I did work a little bit, but just not very much on this. The chicks, yeah. It's just a road night. It's not meant to look good. You can see how it basically looked up to this point. Oh yeah, I need to remove these. But I've cleaned things up even more. But, yeah. The point was just more along the lines of getting it plotted out. Sure, I can do that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, once it's gone, that is gone, this will just be a straight shot out. Okay. Which one? The tavern? I mean, it's a tavern. Or that one, which is not even anywhere near done. I mean, oh, sure. That's fine. I don't... You can use the equivalent at least, because this is Hytale, but yeah. If you can find some equivalent, that's fine. I just kind of... But yeah. It feels comfortable now. And as I said, I want to make this into the market. I intend to have some buildings over that way that'll be smaller, but then basically we'll have the ability to... these will be like houses, and they will have like a little area that you can come into from probably... But again, I kind of really started thinking about where I want everything to be and how I want it to be. But again, that's part of why this has to go. And I have decided I am going to probably... Once I'm done removing all of this, I'm probably going to put a little church right there. And then the idea kind of sorta is... This is a path for people to enter. It's an alternative way into the town, right? That it would mostly be used by those who are traveling such as priests and such. Pilgrimage. That just don't want to deal with the hustle and bustle of all the carts and everything. So, you know, you have just a little bit left here. Like, someone would be in here to kind of deal with that. Yeah? Rather than, but yeah, so I think I would probably put that there. That just makes that easier, effectively, in general. And it's still off the main road, because the main road will be coming through, you can see there, through here. So other travelers can also use that route to effectively, if they just don't feel like, basically those that do not have carts, they'd have to walk further to market, but they could still also make it themselves. Be annoying. You know. Choices. Okay. I don't know what you guys think, but that's kind of where I'm thinking I'm at with that. Yeah, you can see here, just... And then obviously that'll be the manor, slash castle, slash whatever. It'd probably be a manor since this is just a town, this isn't like a... Will be built... When it's done, that's that little direction, and then from this one will probably be to around, somewhere around here. Oh. Well, found out where Buddy was. Well, I mean, yeah, just... No idea where my cat was. I thought he was, like, sleeping probably somewhere else. He just came out of a box. Anyway, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Obviously, I've removed all the trees that were here, and I'll probably add trees in. But yeah, I just think that'll kind of help fill in the area to just kind of understand what I'm going for, maybe? Oh, Bruno? Bruno was in a... It was in a box. You know, a cardboard box. Cats love the things. one of his favorites too, so I mean, it's not that shocking. It just was more shocking that he was actually in the room. So I did try to look around a second ago, and I was like, well, I don't know where he's gone, but you know. And then there he is. Is the greenery helping? I think it is helping to make it feel less, like a dentist's office. Which is nice. I don't want it to feel like a dentist's office. I want it to feel more like a, I still don't remember what it's supposed to be here. I may even have to go check my own bond to be like, what did I say I wanted here? I know that was a tavern, but I was thinking something different here. And it made sense to me at the time. Hmm? I mean, I guess? Yeah, Luna was in the room being quiet. I think that's what you're talking about. But yeah, I just cannot remember what I was gonna put here. Just that it was something. This is the problem with streamer brain. Yeah? It means that when I'm here going, what do I do? What do I do? I end up going, what did I do? What did I want to do? And why? Still not sure. Anyway. Do I just... Nah, this is probably quite better like this. It's fine. So we'll turn to grass there. The only thing I would even think maybe of doing is going like this to make it feel more purposeful, but I think the ones that are here are fine. Or I would just get dirt and do that. Anyway. Either way, obviously you come in, you come through, you go over. Luna's here. He's a cutie pie. He says meow. Don't you, buddy? Buddy! You're right, I do need to finish. You're right, you're right! You're so cute! Meow. Meow. Is that what you're gonna say? No? Alright, What are you doing? What are you doing? So, here's the thing. Shall I find someone to raid me? I'm distracted by Kitty. I do need to finish. He is right. He's not wrong at the slightest. I feel bad. He's not been getting lots of cuddles. I mean, he has been getting cuddles. When, you know, he actually comes for cuddles, but that's besides the point. Alright, buddy. Yeah. Alright, let me find someone. Then, yeah, let me figure this out. He's cuddly, he's snuggly, he knows he's adorable. He knows he's the sweetest thing, and he's making this very, very difficult. Honey, I need to find someone to raid when you come down. Get down for just a second, and then we will cuddle. 1 second, let me go look. Alright, just give me a second. Just looking through. Alright, you know what? I've got something. It's different. They apparently are doing modded Hytale. So I'm going to try this person. Seems okay. Hopefully. Yep. Alrighty. I hope you guys have a wonderful day slash night slash whatever it is for you. Thank you for popping in. Thanks for sticking around. And yeah. Bye-bye. Oh, I also hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you on Monday, not tomorrow. Sorry. But yeah, bye-bye.